Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, Liliveth Tate channel. Hello, how is everybody in the world today, tonight, afternoon, in your time? So tonight is October 28th, 12 midnight here in the Philippines. So how are you? And as you can notice, guys, I'm lady in red. Okay, I'm wearing my favorite color. Okay, I have dangling red earrings, and then I have red bracelet too. Okay, usually this is I oftenly to use this no matter what, because there's a uh, health indication why I'm wearing this. So in Chinese, I forgot the name that they call this about this kind of bracelet. Okay, so I'm lady in red for tonight. Okay, and then I braid my hair. Okay, and then so that you can see my beautiful dangling earrings, because you know the design of my earrings, guys, is tortoise. Okay, but you can really see unless if I close up. Of course, I'm wearing red lipstick. Okay, so everything is red. Okay, so but before that, mega love shout out to all my um, premium members. Okay, and then for those not yet part of my membership, feel free to click that join button. And then for those who send me a donation, thank you so much. And of course, to my PayPal. And tonight, guys, I before we start is my title is "Help Me to Reach the $30." This is USD, okay? So we're gonna talk later. So I'm gonna make some subject about that. But the main thing is help me, okay? I'm asking a help with you guys to reach the 30 USD. All right. And then feel free to share your thoughts, opinion when it comes the subject that we're gonna discuss later on. Okay, so please give me a thumbs up because well, as of now, who is this? Yeah, thank you so much. It's not yet started, but from the bottom of my heart, thank you, maraming salamat, DN 3001. Okay, so I give you heart, my red heart, because this is my favorite color, red. So I'm lady in red. Okay, thank you so much. Yay! Thank you. Okay, so uh every time you send donation, guys, the amount, it starts to getting small and small until I reach that amount. So yes, maraming salamat, my dear friend DN 3001. Okay, red always goes great with Asian ladies. A jade bracelet goes with it too. Oh yeah, you know what? Speaking of jade bracelet, I have that because jade is also a bring lucky, not only for female and also for male. So I was looking for the jade, ring, but I can't find my size because some is small and then, it's too big for my finger. Okay. So, well, the things that, are like, Chinese, it's just like, a guide, to improve yourself, or to make your life better, but it's not the feng shui thing is not really if you're not, they have so many things that you have to do by yourself. Okay, if that feng shui, you just put something like, uh you know items that you're gonna put in your house. If you're not doing that, that feng shui thing is don't really work. Okay, so it's a good thing also, because most of the feng shui thing, it happened to those Chinese people, because there's a indicate that they work hard for that. Okay, so if you're gonna do something, all the things in your room, put something this color or what, if you're not work for yourself, uh, it won't really what do you call that, happen. Okay, I have to get back to work, but I will check back in soon. Oh, DN 3000, thank you so much for the early, the early donation. I really appreciate that. All right, so maraming salamat talaga. Okay, so what time is there now? 12. So it's just at 11 or 12 noon in the west, or in USA. Because I'm planning, I'm almost to, actually, I already have my, what do you call that? The live broadcast microphone. Okay, I already got here. Hold on. This one, guys. Okay, I already have this. So I just keep this. So one of my subscriber send donation, and I bought this. Okay, and then my other friend, my close friend MP, sent me a tripod. Okay, and then oh I need laptop. Okay, so that I can able, to do like, I can share some screen for that. But as of now, I'm using my old phone, but my old phone is almost retired. All right, but I just be patient about that, and then because I really want to have a fund for my channel, so that I can able to buy those equipments that I really need for my show, or to do live streaming. But sometimes if I have enough also for myself, and then I also share that blessing that my followers or subscribers gave. Okay, but not all goes to the people that I share. But I have to leave some for my equipment, because I really want to have a real studio, guys. As you can notice, guys, that I still, sometimes you can see that, this is, Frank's office. So if he's not here, I'll just ask permission if I can able to use his office. But most of the time, okay, he's always here, because, he's do something, his personal, personal business. Okay, so I don't really want to bother him. So if this is vacant, that's the time I can able to sit here and talk with you guys. But hope one day I can able to have my own, the real studio. Okay, because I want also to give a good service to everyone, especially that you send donation on my channel. But here's the thing, guys, that a few days ago, I went to the mall and do inquiry about uh, about the price of this kind of laptop. But there's a certain, okay, here's the thing, that when it comes to laptop, okay, there's so many model, the what do you call that, like the serial, or the what do you call that, the enter storage of that laptop, because there's a iCore or 7, iCore 1, iCore 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So here when I notice if this iCore or iCore 7, oh, let's gonna bring it iCore 5 or 5. Okay, and the price, you know what, the price is so crazy. Okay, and then there's if you're not really aware of, there's no office graphics, things like that. And that's the time that I found out that, oh, there's so many. I thought that if I gonna buy, this is how many gigabyte of the storage in the terabyte or like that. But the more the storage is big, the price is big also here in the Philippines, especially that some of like there's a tariff thing. Okay, so the price, when franc, like the 500 to 1000, if you're gonna buy that in in the states, because he said that in the states there's a store, because we also looking for the the what do you call that, the desktop. Okay, because it's way more that you can able to get something from desktop, okay, than the laptop. But when we look at, we already decided, oh, we're gonna pick this because the desktop is way much better than the laptop. Oh my goodness, guys, when we found out there's no what do you call that, the video thing, that when it comes to computer, Frank is more onto that, but me, I don't really have, but it's incomplete. Before, if you buy all that on the desktop, everything is in there. There's a motherboard, the video thing, or the price is 60 to 65,000, guys. But Frank said that if there's a store here that they can able like to buy different part, if you know how to install, you can save that. But here we don't really have that store. They have some a part of this stuff, but not all is in there. Okay, so some of store, they're very personalized, to make, they offer personalized that, but they really ask for a crazy price. Misty Angel, hello, thank you for coming. How are you, sis Angel? So that's the thing that, and Frank's laptop, well, what is this? So need to what do you call that, upgrade, because this is Windows 7. So now if you're gonna go, if you have a business transaction like in the bank, They ask for, your laptop to be, in Windows 11. So it takes time, guys. Especially if that laptop, if you're gonna order from Amazon, there's a tariff. I'm good, CC host. Oh, that's good to hear you that you're good. So good thing that you're still awake. All right. But I really appreciate you visit my live streaming. So that's the reason why, but it's not really as, as big as that I ask. But if those wants to share or help me, oh, that's it really makes me, feel happy for that, because the thing that I really want to reach that amount, it brings me to it helps me to get that quickly. So I have a good issue, guys, because most of, especially for those, for those in love, boyfriend and girlfriend, it doesn't really matter, guys, what race you are and where you're from. This is what I notice. Okay, they just, if they have a picture, okay, of their boyfriend or girlfriend, they use that, picture as their wall paper on their phone or on their laptop. Okay, don't, my this is my opinion. Okay, this is my opinion. Don't do that. Okay, don't do that. You want to know why? I'll just wait for a few minutes, so that somebody will come here a lot. Okay, because I will tell you that why I say don't do that. Okay, it's okay if you're gonna put your picture, but not your girlfriend. Okay, for female, it's okay that you're gonna use your picture for your wallpaper on your phone, or especially if you're not married. Okay, don't use, because there's a disadvantage about that. Same thing with the same thing with the male, or with the boyfriend. Oh my goodness, there's a some I remember there's a guy that he loves to put the face of of her girlfriend. But it's just like, okay, it's none of my business, but it's just like, no, it's okay, but if the relationship work. But if it's not, you're gonna delete that, all the things that you post, you're gonna delete that because you're no longer with that person. Okay, so unless that you're married. Okay, so I consider that it's okay. Okay. Because remember, what's this? Colorful. Hi, share. Hello. How is your vacation? Are you still in Mindoro? So in my Facebook wall, there's so many things that pass or goes on shows on my Facebook wall. Okay, and then they said, remember, remember, don't put your name. Okay, for the girl, don't put the face of your boyfriend or in your wall. Okay, remember, in bygone the mosquitoes, the insect spray, in their logo, cockroach, ants, mosquito is there. Okay, who killed this who killed this cockroach, ants, and mosquito? Who? Answer me. Who? Of course, to bygone. Okay, so you don't have to do that because so it's not the thing that your boyfriend or girlfriend will kill you, but it might that person uh will remove you in their life. Okay, so you have to be careful about that. Okay. Don't put it online. Okay, so here's the thing that when it comes to that, as much as you can, uh keep it in private, guys. Keep it in private, the relation. Okay, especially if you're involved, if your boyfriend is well known in other show. Don't let anyone to know that your boyfriend is this boy, is this the man that go to the other channel. Okay, don't. But as a content creator, okay, I never notice that most of Filipino that they have male and female boyfriend, especially other race. They're very excited to announce in public, especially on their channel. Okay, but for me, actually before I start, I don't really want to mention about my private life. But some of my close friends, they already mentioned about that, because of course you have to protect also the privacy of your partner. Okay, so it's okay for those married. You have to limit yourself to shown on air or to shown on your live stream with your partner. You have to set that limitation. Okay, not unlimited. Okay, you have to set a limitation to show your partner, especially your partner, he or she's working, especially in the office. You have to limit yourself to show your partner on your show. Okay, because there's so many factors, guys. There's so many factors that I can tell, but some is not. Okay, some, the reason why I say that, don't, it's okay, it's normal. We all been that kind of situation that we're in love, we have boyfriend, we have girlfriend, we're very happy. But at the end of the day, the relationship is no longer good, no longer happy. It starts to become cold, and then one day you surprise men and women, they starts to walk away from you. Okay, so if you're gonna keep that in private, especially if you're involved of blogging, particularly in YouTube, you don't really affect, because your viewers doesn't know about your private life, so they are not curious to ask question. Okay, the only thing that they will ask, it's according the content that you're doing on your show. But if you're gonna share that, your love life, your partner. This is the, you know, and of course, your close friend or some of your associate friends were very curious to know about your private life. And sometimes some people, you think that you are friend, but they are not. They use that, to attack you or to ruin your reputation to another channel or to another person. So it's better it's better to keep that private, guys. Okay, it's better to keep that private. Don't take it too personal what I said, because in my show I don't really want to talk something fantasy, or it's just like in Tagalog, nagpapantasya ka. Okay, I don't do that. I proud to myself that all the things that I said is true, and this is real, happen in our daily lives, or each of you that can really relate on this. So what I'm really trying to point it out is my show is real talk. Okay, this is real talk, things happened in our daily lives. All right, so that's my advice. Okay, if your boyfriend and girlfriend, that even though that you are enthusiasm, to post that, control yourself not to. Okay, because it's also affect, especially it based on, it's according what kind of job is your boyfriend or girlfriend. It really affects their reputation. If somebody doesn't like, okay, if they have, if they're working at the office, if they don't really like, and then her or his colleague knows that uh you have a show, and then they're gonna use that show to attack her or to attack him. So the relationship between you and her, between you and him, it really affected. Okay, so my advice, not to do that in public. Okay, but if you're married, even though if you're married, you have to limit yourself to show your partner, especially if he or she has a very sensitive type of job. So sometimes we people, we don't really think that. It's just like, oh, we love, to post, pictures on your Facebook page or in your YouTube thing, so that you can able to tell, oh, this is me, my life is better now because I have a American or European boyfriend or girlfriend, which is not really that good. Okay, so that's that's the bottom line that I really want to share with you guys. Okay, hope you don't really take it too personal on me, because that's the reality of our life. Okay, if you take that if you take that too personal, I have nothing to do with you. Okay, it's just like, you cannot really stop me for what I'm saying here, because the main thing in my show is real life, real talk. So we don't want, to do things like, fantasy things or what. Because especially if you're grown, you don't really want that. You want a real talk. Real life things happen. So my advice, don't. And that's also, if you know it, and that's also that, okay, for female, that's also that, your boy, if your boyfriend, if your boyfriend is smart enough and serious at you, he will appreciate that, to limit himself, to show on your show, because that's sign of respect to his privacy. Same thing, vice versa with the girls, okay? But some girls, they really want to show things, okay? So it's up to you. What is your agreement, okay? But some people, they are very, they love, to share. It's okay, it's okay. But if you're not really into that, when it comes to social media platform, particularly YouTube or Facebook, if you're not strong enough to handle the people who bash you, or people will say bad to you, if you're not really prepared for that, then don't do that in public. Keep it in private. Hold on, guys. Hold on, guys. I need to go some. I need to hold on. Give me a few minutes. I'm back. Okay. So I hope you understand what I really want to um mean, okay? So uh the things that I mentioned a while ago is just like, my intention is no mean, no harm, all right? So that's the bottom line that I really want to point it out with you guys. For male and female, as much as you can, don't, especially if your boyfriend and girlfriend, don't, okay? Because I already mentioned about the consequence, okay? So if you're not really aware of that, okay, who cares? Okay, you're gonna tell me who cares, all right? So that's the one thing that I'm out of control about that. It's not my, jurisdiction for that. Jurisdiction, wow, jurisdiction. Okay. So feel free, guys, to ask question or any suggestion. I really love to hear from that. Okay. So here's another thing. Okay. Here's another thing, because this is 12 midnight. I'm sure that most of the kids are sleeping now. Okay. But not in the West, because, it's 12 noon. All right. But here in the Philippines, it's 12 midnight. It's almost 1 a.m. Okay. So this is the thing that they said, okay, I don't really want to tell this into a disgusting way of way of story, or way of talking, okay? So, because I look at this, makes sense, okay? Makes sense, because most of, for those husband and wife, or for those have a partner opposite sex, okay, they say that 69 is the best position that they want, okay. I agree, those people said that the 69 position is no longer good, is no longer good. And I can tell, yes, it's no longer good. What? Why I say that? Okay. Why I say that? Because if you're gonna send me a donation, I will tell, the story about that. Okay, but as of now, I will tell you that, somebody, okay, this is the best, position. No, it's no longer that. Okay. But I will tell I will tell my answer if somebody will send me a donation, except 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 DN 3001. Okay, but some of you, if you are interested, why I say it's no longer good position. uh, yeah, what do you think, sis Angel, what do you think, why I say it's no longer good, the 69? No, we just we're adult here, okay. But like I said, that I have to deliver this into a nice way that is not so disgusting, so it really shows that you are in a educational way. Educational way. Oh, that's the good question. 69, why no good CZ hosts? Well, I cannot really tell right now because just only 3 people listening, and of course I need donation for that. So instead of 69, I will give you the right number or the right position instead of that. Okay, so as of now, I'm gonna stop for a while for that, because I want that everyone will hear from me. Okay, so it's just like 3 people is not enough to tell the right position. Okay, this the 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 so especially now that I'm wearing red, my goodness, mapulang mapula. So yeah, that's the thing, okay. But for those ones who interested, to know, then all you have to do, just click the dollar sign, and I will tell you what is the best number, or the position that you know is no longer that, the 6 9. Okay. So like like yesterday, I think yesterday. So everybody, I think everybody, when they replay, or when they hear about, I really want to taste the big C. What is the big C? Okay, what is the big C? Oy, guapa. Guapa, guapa. Well, because I really like. Actually, before, my favorite color is yellow. You know, but it's just like the thing that there's so many. Like number one, President, the deceased. President Cory Aquino, so she likes yellow. So I changed myself. Oh, okay. So I want red. Okay. So the red is, it really, you, you know what, guys? Here's the thing that, if there's a birthday party or any special occasion, particularly if there's a cocktail party, okay? Everyone is staring the woman if she's wearing red dress with the red high heels, and she has a immaculate hair. Everyone is turned their head, and who is that? So that's the thing that, I want the red color, okay? Because two things comes in my mind. Oh, now they're gonna surprise. Who is that woman? Huh? So two things, they like my outfit, or two things that, they don't like my look or my outfit. But it's according, because there's some red that is, a bit dark, that I want the red that I'm wearing tonight. It's very bright. Okay, I don't like the red that, it looks like it's almost too maroon. Okay, or it looks like fuchsia, or it looks like tangerine. Okay, because the tangerine is combination of orange and red. So I really want the red like this. Okay, so this is red. And of course, I like the style because this is the gladiator style of top. Okay, yes, bright. So most of, especially, if it's not printed or floral, it's better to get, the color that it's bright. Okay, it's bright, because it's very, when you look at, bright color, like, green, red, yellow, it really, a person will look at you, they're gonna staring at you, because, not only, it depends what style of dress that you're wearing, but, the color, it really amaze the person. Okay, and of course, if you're gonna handle yourself well, they really enjoy staring at you. Okay, so it's better that, especially, if you are color coordinator. Okay, so me, I try to be a color coordinator. So I'm wearing red lipstick, but it's not really red, because I don't really want, my lips, it's overpower of my lipstick. Okay, so it's just like to enhance my lips, and to enhance my the shape of my lips. I have to put a little reddish lipstick. Okay, but I have so many ideas when it comes to lipsticks, guys. Okay, especially if you are in teenager like 15 to 20. Okay, 20, it's okay to wear a matte lipstick. That's cute, because, at that age, their lip is still very, very soft, and, you can really tell that, it's fresh lips. Okay, they can use any kind of color, as long as based on their skin tone. Matte lipstick, it's okay. But if you age 25 and up, you have to use a semi-glossy lipstick. Semi-glossy, but not so glossy. Because it's just like, it looks like, you just finished eating the lechon, the skin of the lechon. Okay, that's the tip, guys. Because, I'm not really oftenly, to wear lipstick, but I have to wear lipstick. It's according to my age. Okay, and it's according to my shade of my skin tone. Okay, because some people, they just like, they just like the color, but they don't really look on their skin tone, but they are look so funny when they wear that lipstick. Okay, so if you wear lipstick, make sure that you are so look, guys, you don't have to be like buy a expensive thing. You have to you have to um what do you call that, dress yourself, so that you look, simple, but elegant. So I'm gonna, I don't really want to say this, but just like me, okay, I don't put any things on my face, just only lipstick. Okay, but simple, but it's very, very very nice to see a woman that it really, emphasize the lips, and then the color is not overpower. Okay, so that's the only, that's the thing that if you pick, like, as much as you can, do to coordinate the color coordinate, it's better. Okay, it's better because it shows that you have, you have a taste. All right, but sometimes, well, this is my opinion, guys. Okay, so don't bash me. Okay, because of that, because some people are, they are not blessed to have things that I have. Okay, so I just give consideration about that. But here's the thing, guys, that you don't, you know we can, we can develop, or it's just like personality development. You don't have to be rich for that, but it's just like through experience, and you have, a knowledge, to develop yourself. Then why not? Hey, hey, magandang umaga, ay magandang, okay, magandang hapon sa iyo, MP. So yes, it's just like, simple beauty, natural beauty is the most beautiful thing in your life. So that's the reason why, guys, that I don't know, it's just like, especially that Frank, sometimes, you can notice, guys, that I don't, if I do some, if I do gardening, that's the thing. But if I do like this, I make sure that I dress, I fix myself. Okay, because of course I don't want, to look on the, that, it's so scary me. So and the next time you don't really want to come back on my show, because you don't like how I look, how I dress. So through my fashion, through my hairstyle, okay, hairstyle, and through my like, the way that I dress, might some women like the way I dress myself, so they gonna copy that. So it's my honor if somebody likes the way that I, the way that I dress myself, or the way that I, the way that I, what do you call that, ayos ba, fix myself. Okay, so you don't really have to show the world that, okay, I need to buy this. No, it doesn't really matter. It matter is how you handle, how you dress yourself. Okay, because that's important. Okay, because here's the thing, for those rich people, they don't need to tell the world that, oh, I'm wearing Christian Dior, I'm wearing Louis Vuitton, or I'm wearing Chanel. They don't do that. But if you know that, you really know that the person is rich. Okay? So be, be. I do my own fashion, guys. I do my own fashion. The clothes, I do. But of course, with the ad, with the my what do you call that? I try to remember, the words, the term that my producer, he teach me how to dress, but actually I know how to dress, okay, by myself, okay, but there's a certain type of dress that, when I look at to Frank, how does it look? And then he said, oh, don't get that, because it's a grandma style, okay, it's a grandma style, so I don't do that. So I listen to him because I know what men's men are very visual. Okay, so I really take the word of Frank Tate when it comes to fashion. Okay, so the only thing here, guys, that the shoes, I can't really have my own shoes because my feet is big. Okay, I'm not a small Filipina, guys. Okay, I'm not. But if I compare myself to American or European, I'm small. But for Filipino, I'm big. You know, I'm not fat. Okay, I'm not. You can see on my arm, I'm not fat, but I'm thick. What's the difference between the fat and thick? Okay, I'm thick. So I'm very aware of that because even though that sometimes when I go outside, just a few steps away from my unit and go to the store, I'll make sure, guys, that when I go outside, my hair is fixed. I dress, and sometimes, I ask Frank, how do I look? And then, he told me, oh my God, sweetheart, you just go to the store and buy my smoke. But I'm very aware of that because, for me, you know, take care of yourself is one of the best thing that uh, you can share with your husband, okay? That you take care of him and then you take care of yourself, okay? So my goodness, guys, I'm not really into the brand thing, okay? If I like the style, if I like the color, if I like the fabric, I don't care where it came from. Okay, if it came from the market, I don't really care. But me, I love my new earrings, guys. It's red. Okay. So yes, okay. For women, like my age, okay, you don't really have to wear, okay, this is the beauty tip that I'm share with you guys. If you're my age, I don't want to mention my age, but for those women that 30 to 50, okay, don't use lipstick, guys. That matte lipstick is no good in you, okay? Okay? Choose the lipstick that is my goodness. Okay. Choose the lipstick that is not glossy, semi-glossy, guys. Like my lipstick, okay? Because you don't really want, if it's matte, guys, matte lipstick, for the age 40 to 50 or 60, guys, women's lip is no longer fresh, okay? Starts to dry or what, so you can see that the lip, what do you call that, there's a line, is sometimes you don't really want because it's too dry. You don't have to, you don't avoid wearing matte lipstick, all right? Avoid, because it's so not good in your lips, okay? And then advice, pick the right shade on your skin tone. Okay, because some people, they not really aware of that. Okay, it's just like, oh, I like, I like this color, but dark, or light skin or fair skin, so you have to match your lipstick shade on your skin tone. And again, don't use matte lipstick, okay? Use glossy lipstick, not too glossy. Because it's just like, if you have a glossy lips, it's just like, you just like finish eating the skin of lechon. All right? So you don't want somebody, oh, look at her lips. It's just like she just finished eating lechon. No, you don't really want to hear that. Okay? So that's my beauty tip, guys. Because I want also, what, the only thing that I cannot really share, to dye my hair, because I don't dry my hair. But when it comes to take care of the hair, I can give you that. But I have some video on that, guys. Check it out. Not only for me, female, but only for male. All right. So, and what else? Okay, what else? But actually, it's as you can notice, guys, I don't really have acne on my face. But I noticed that I have mustache. I noticed I have mustache look. But don't ever, guys, it's just normal, guys, for female. We have like that. Okay? We have like that. Don't ever to attempt to shave that, because it gonna be, the hair will grow like male hair. Don't don't shave, or don't threading that kind of hair. It's okay. But on my face, I have, it's in it's our family, guys, that we have, what do you call that, freckles, or melasma. Because my mother, she has a very strong Spanish blood. Okay, I think we get that from her, our, the skin. Okay, so beware of that. Okay, so my goodness, time moves so fast. Okay, but I'm so happy tonight, because um the entry 3000 the entry 3001 gave me a donation for that. Okay, so it's gonna be smaller. So, guys, because I cannot really tell this, the 61 number is not a good position, because nobody nobody come here. So maybe I can open up that on my next video, guys. Oh my goodness. My goodness. So, 1, 2, 3. Okay. My goodness. In a few days, it's end of October. So we're gonna, here in the Philippines, guys, that we have All Souls Day and All Saints. I know, All Souls Day and All Saints Day. Wait, All Saints Day. Okay, November 1st is All Saints Day, and November 2nd is All Souls Day. Todos los Santos. Okay, but my mom, she's buried here, but I don't know if I can able to go to the cemetery. I don't know. So I don't really want to go by myself there, because it makes me, I feel gonna sad. It's okay with my other siblings, but I know I will try to talk to my other siblings if they can able, to visit my mom there in Aglipayan cemetery. But, my dad, we have a cemetery in my province, guys. We have my grandpa, he has a huge land. And then some of those, both the land from my grandpa, and then some part of that land, uh, the new owner said that he will never touch that because for honor my grandpa, he gave that for my family's cemetery, a private cemetery, guys. So there's so many people buried there. We have our own cemetery in my hometown. So, and then November, December, guys, my God. So, Christmas is coming. I wish that, I could able, to reach, the fund, because I really need my laptop, guys. I really need laptop. So, anyway, so with your help, I can able, to get that. Anyway, so until now, I still have, because 3 weeks ago I had a cough, but I think the phlegm is still not really drained in my in my throat or in my lungs, but I'm okay now. Because the last time that the doctor checked on my X-ray, chest PA X-ray, is my lungs is clear. So thanks God. But now, guys, that every time we go outside, we for Filipino and for those Western people coming here in the Philippines, please, please, please wear your face mask, guys, because we have outbreak here, the influenza virus. As you can notice, all over Philippines, people have cough, uh, runny nose, sore throat, because of that influenza virus. Okay, so to avoid getting that, because I think that's the from the air, so you have to wear face mask, guys. So me in front, when we go outside, we always wear face masks. So I bought the new box of face masks. So once you use your face mask, don't use it again, okay? Especially if it's too long that you're gonna stay outside, don't reuse that again. Dispose that, because that's a disposable face mask. Okay, it's not too expensive, guys, because pandemic is already, it's over. So the price of the face mask is back to normal. All right, so much less if you buy online. Okay, so the face mask that I bought, it's in Watson, because I don't have time, to wait for 3 days or what, because I need the face mask. And and always take a sunlight or vitamin E from sunlight, in your back. That's very important to make your lungs strong and healthy. Okay, so that's very important. So me, if, well, I don't know if there's if there's a typhoon, because this afternoon it's raining. I cannot really barely to go around and have a sunbathing. Okay, to have a sunlight in my back because it's raining. And then the sad part, guys, that the Mount Taal was erupted. Okay, so if you want to visit Taal volcano or Tagaytay, cancel that because it's just like, just a few hours, it, erupted. Because now, the Mount Taal is active now. So that's the reason why, actually, there's some people that, oh, they want to visit, Tagaytay. No, it's not safe, guys. It's not safe. Anytime the Mount Taal will erupt. Okay, so that's my advisory that, when it comes to going to Tagaytay, if you are not, if the Mount Taal is not safe, then go there. Okay, don't bring your family, yourself into risk. Okay, my goodness, it's worth it, my read. Oh, speaking of red, look, Frank has also this. Yes, so many types of cups there. But me, I just only want baseball cup. The brand is Adidas. I love Adidas, chicken Adidas. The chicken, Adidas, we refer that to chicken feet. So we call that Adidas. Anyway, so I'm gonna sing a close song. So thank you so much, DN301. Okay, so the song that I really love, especially for those Filipina, please, my advice for all Filipina, never change the color of your hair, never go to your nose surgery. Embrace your natural beauty, embrace your natural color, okay? Because we are different from others. Okay? Anything you want? Why? I am almost. So, this is the song that I love by Billy Joel, Just the Way You Are. Okay? So, for those wants to replay this, so this is for you guys. Don't go changing to try to please me. You never let me down before. Don't imagine you're too familiar and I don't see you anymore. I would not leave you in times of trouble. We never could have come this far. I took the good times, I take the bad times, I take you just the way you are. Maraming salamat. Hanggang sa muli. Hasta luego. Adios.
Stylish outfits can have a
Babush.
cheek with a wrinkle. Philip's wrinkle is